guys, welcome to the UBL Season 2. This is my Draft League analysis. I'm Serene Grace, coach of the Chicago Shaymin-Sky, and, wait. This isn't right. Let me just... Aha! There we go, that's a lot better. Anyway, as I was saying, welcome to UBL Season 2. I am back. We were in Season 1. We had a heck of a time, and I'm back. We also have, along with some old faces, we have some really awesome new faces, including my amazing boyfriend Jodor. So I actually get to fight him this season in a proper draft setting, so I'm super excited. In terms of the draft, we got 14th pick out of 16, which means I'm in my usual spot. I'm way at the bottom, so there's really not a point in having a plan officially just yet because, well, who knows what I'm going to end up grabbing. Since there are a lot of good mons, it's guaranteed that I'm going to get a good first mon. It just depends on what good mons are left by the time it gets down to me. So for my first pick, I am going to go ahead and grab Charizard X, a Fire Dragon type. Can be physically or specially offensive, can be bulky with Will-O-Wisp or a Tailwind utility set. For the most part, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail because I'm assuming that if you're watching this, you probably know what these mons do in a competitive setting, so I'm not gonna go on and on about every little move that it can learn. But we grab Charizard X, and I know I want a dual core, so for my next pick, I can go with Grass Fairy and then grab a Water Steel, or I can grab a Water Fairy and then get a Grass Steel. Either way, my mon options are kind of limited with those typings. They will go very quickly no matter what I pick. But it comes back up to me and I'm like, well, Bulu's on the board, so let's grab Bulu. Sets grassy terrain, which will help protect my Charizard from earthquakes. Can be physically bulky, physical attacker. It has some status moves like Light Screen, Reflect, Leech Seed, Nature's Madness, so I'm really excited to see what Bulu can bring to the team this season. Now I have to wait for the draft to go all the way back up and then come all the way back down. So if anyone picks up on the core that I'm going for and takes the mon I want, I'm in a lot of trouble because Water Steel is unfortunately a unique typing still in the game. There's only one mon that has that typing, and that is Empoleon, which we do end up grabbing. Thankfully, no one sniped it from me. I would have been really sad because then I'd have to go up and pick a Water and a Steel separately and not have it in the same mon. But we have Empoleon, primarily a bulky defogger, but it can be a physical set with Defiant since that is its hidden ability. Next, I go ahead and pick up Cresselia. I wanted a ground immunity. I want to make sure that I don't have to rely on Bulu to protect my team from earthquakes. So I grab Cresselia. Bar a Mold Breaker does not care about earthquake. It gets Lunar Dance, so I can sacrifice Cresselia to heal something else. We can set up, we can heal with Moonlight, and just overall be an annoying mon because Cresselia is thick. So my next pick is a little bit of a stretch, and I realize that this is the first league I'm in where we draft a specific Z Crystal for the entire team. So whatever Z Crystal I pick is the only Z Crystal all of my mons can use. So if I pick Water Z, nothing. I can't use Dark Z. I can't use Fairy Z. I can't use anything except Water Z if that's what I pick. But I go ahead and grab Fight Z because Fight Z Bulu is very good, and this Z Crystal can also go along with some of my future picks. So for my fifth pick, I picked Aerodactyl. I'm not really going to talk about it because after the draft I went ahead and traded it, and then I realized that I already had a fighting type after my next pick because I made the trade after I had all this, and I was like, why did I pick this? I'm going to have a fighting type after my next pick. So I'll talk about transactions later, but Aerodactyl is irrelevant because I am grabbing another flying type, which is also my fighting type, which is Hawlucha. No other Tapu coach grabbed this? What are they doing? I have no idea what they're doing. They let me have it. I don't know, because Coco went first overall, if I remember correctly, and Finny went as well shortly after I picked Bulu. And no one else grabbed it. No one else made a priority. Personally, I think Hawlucha goes a lot better with Coco or Finny, but I have it. So, yep, this is a scary offensive threat. You know, it's very prominent in the OU meta right now with Grassy Seed setup, but I think it can do a lot more than that, and I hope that I get to use more than the predictable Grassy Seed set. Next up, I go ahead and grab Alolan Muck. I've used it before. It's super bulky, it's super powerful, it can set up. It's just a fantastic mon, and Poison Dark is just a really, really good typing, so I'm excited to have it on the team, even though it does add another Earthquake weakness. Ditto! So now my opponents have to prep for my threats and their own. Have fun with that. I am really looking forward to using Ditto. I already have some plans looking at some matchups here. I have some plans with my Z Crystal and Ditto. Most people run Ditto with the Choice Scarf, but I feel like that's too predictable. I feel like that, yeah, it's worth the risk of the speed tie if you can get a jump on your opponent, because they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be Scarfed, so I'm gonna switch out into something that can handle all of the moves. So yeah, no. I'm not locked. Probably, maybe. Depends on the matchup. I might bring Scarf sometimes. Most of the time though, I really don't want to bring Scarf, because then you have to lock yourself in. But it's a very good scout too, so if I lead this and you lead something, I get your full set. I get all your moves. I know exactly what you have, so I can try and figure out what that mon is going to do. So Ditto is a super cool mon. Next up, we're going back-to-back normal types here. I'm grabbing Exploud. Its speed tier is really lacking, but its special attack and attack are decent in the right matchup, and it can make use of Fight Z, as well as Choice Specs Boom Burst with Scrappy. Just annihilates everything. If you don't resist Boom Burst, you're getting two-shotted. I don't care what you are. Then I go ahead and grab Xurkitree for my electric type, and I am very, 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 very pissed. Raichu got sniped for me. I had Raichu last season, I wanted it again, and guess what? It's not mine, and neither is Scizor. I wasn't really looking at it, but two of my former members from last season, being Scizor and Raichu, are not on my team, and they're on the same team. So I get to face Root week 1, and I'm a little irritated that he sniped Raichu and took one of my former members, and they're on the same team. It's like, man, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that to me? But Xurkitree, personally, I wish Xurkitree could get the speed boost, but it's physically not possible, even if you give it, you know, all the hindering stats. You can only get the special attack boost, which is unfortunate because it really is hindered by its speed. But it's electric type, it's still the Ultra Beast, so I'm not super worried about it. Looking forward to using it again. And then, speaking of familiar faces, we have Cryogonal. You know, this mon, I really like this mon. Joe used it in the NPA Season 3, I believe it was, and oh my goodness. I did not realize how awesome this mon was, and ever since, I can't stop drafting it. It gets freeze dry, it can have light screen, reflect. It's a defogger now. It used to only have rapid spin, which means you had to run knockoff on it if you thought a ghost type was going to try and wall you, but now you can run defog. So you can also run ancient power, so if you think a fire type is coming in to predict your ice move, boom, smack it with an ancient power. No problem. Also gets flash cannon, which is really weird and awesome, but Cryogonal's cool. Alright, so there you have it, the whole team. Super excited for the season. We get to fight some people we fought before, a whole bunch, and then there are a few new faces like 6-Foot Hacks and Jodor, who I'm gonna get to fight. I think it's later in the season. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping to do my best with this team. It does have a few problems, and I'm gonna use my free agencies to try and figure that out. Mostly the fact that I don't have a ground type, which I will have fixed pretty soon. Not for week 1 though, because I didn't do that right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all for week 1 versus Root very soon. Be looking out for that, and I will see you all then. But until then, remember, never fall from grace, and let's go Shy-Sky.